What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I'm going to be talking about Rita and doing a commander review on her as a commander, her skills. We're going to talk about her skills. I'm going to show us a little bit of action just to kind of see what it looks like, what her skills, just to get an idea of what her skills do. I'm going to talk about the gear, what gear is best for her, in my opinion. And I also want to talk about what jewel sets are best for her skill set. And I also want to talk about whether she's viable, whether she plays a role in the current meta. So let's just jump into it, guys. So as you notice, I've already dropped some magazines into her because I think, me personally, that I think she's a great commander. I think she's great. So let's first talk about how you get Rita. So Rita is originally an A-class commander. The way that you get her is if you participated in the Galactic campaign of Season 2, and if you placed in the top 80 in the top 80th place, 80 to 82nd, I believe, something around there. You received her. You received her as an S class. But she is originally an A class, but the developers were courteous enough to just give us S class. Give us a Rita S class. So that's nice. So I want to talk about what her skills do. Her skills are actually pretty awesome. So, Avatar, okay, 20% chance to trigger before next action. Our troops' dodge rate will upgrade by 1% per level. Okay, pretty self-explanatory, not bad. And this is amazing. The reason why I think this is great, yeah, you can argue that it has a shitty trigger rate, but you guys got to keep in mind that when this triggers, it says here our troops' dodge, not just that specific tile, but all of your tiles will get this steroid, this dodge steroid. So, and that's amazing, and I'm pretty sure it can stack. If it triggers a few times before a full cycle is done. So this is great. Next one, Hunt Master, okay? This skill trigger rate is nice. You guys, 60% chance to trigger before next action. Until the next attack, our troops will be in a state of instability. After dodging an enemy normal attack in this state, attackers will be dealt damage equal to 9.5% of activator's normal attack. Okay, so this is also amazing in not only from the trigger rate, but the fact that this is also a steroid for all of your troops. These are the best kinds of abilities, guys. The kinds of abilities that just instantly power up all of your tiles, not just one tile, okay? So this is amazing. This is amazing. This is great in every stage of the game, especially for those of you who received Rita and are still in those early to mid stages of the game where nobody really has those S commanders with guaranteed hits. So dodge is very powerful in those stages of the game. Unless people build a lot of accuracy, but if you can always outpace the accuracy build with dodge. Dodge is just it's very good. Okay, and then the awakening, of course. Okay, and then next I want to talk about her gear. Okay, the gear that I recommend. So based on her, so you always want to you always want to strategize your gear mostly around your commander skills. So in this case, Rita is a commander that highly benefits off of two specific stats, okay? Dodge and attack. Now, before we get into the gear, I want to talk about why this is very crucial for an infantry commander, okay? Dodge and attack are very important, or it's great that she scales, or she does well off of these two stats, because in the research lab, those are the two stats that infantry receive. they get the attack increase research, and they get the dodge increase research. So I mean, with just research alone, guys, she's powerful. Okay, she is strong, and I can understand that, like, that some commanders with guaranteed hits can instantly shut her down, but there is a way to counter that idea. Okay, and we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But anyway, so that was just the research, guys. So that's one main reason why I think Rita is amazing, because the research is on her side. The research gives her what her skills ask for. Okay, they ask for attack, the research gives you attack. They ask for dodge, research gives you dodge. Okay, so and now back to the gear. It's up to you whether you want to run Thalamus Booster or if you want to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about. Let me talk about gear sets that do not have event items. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to talk about both situations. So let's talk about just items that she would benefit off of for those people who just don't really like to spend, and they really just looking to have just to enjoy the game for what it is, for what it has to offer without spending money, and I respect that. So I think it's important to cater to those players. So I'm gonna first talk about the different gear pieces that you can use on her to maximize her build. Okay, so I highly recommend a Thalamus Booster 3 for first row dodge. Back to the research though, keep in mind that when you get her research level high enough on her dodge, for example right here, when you get this dodge up high enough, see there's this dodge and there's also a second dodge that you can get to level 10. And guys, when those two are high enough, the base dodge stat on your infantry, it skyrockets. Okay, my buddy in the server Zukon, we see right now 35 plus 6%. The plus 6 is my research. My infantry research is shit, as you may have noticed. But one of my friends in here, Zukon, he actually mains infantry and he pushes research like no one else. And his tier 2 dodge more than like my tier 6. Like his lurkers have insane dodge. So, and that's because he has high research in that dodge. So back to the point, when you get that dodge research high enough, you don't have to rely on the dodge Thalamus. What you can do instead is get a Thalamus Booster 10 that gives you second row attack, and that attack boost will contribute to Rita's second ability. And this is really her damaging ability. Like, this is what makes her deadly. Huntmaster. You punish your opponent by dodging. Okay, that's amazing. 60% trigger rate. It instantly powers up all your troops. It's amazing. Okay, so for jewelry, I highly recommend Thalamus Booster 3 at first until you get your base dodge up by a lot, and then you make the switch. Experiment with both of them. Let me know what you guys think. For weapons, the best way to go, guys, is just build 2 Soul Eaters. Soul Eaters is the best non-event infantry weapon in the game. Soul Eaters they're amazing. They give crit and accuracy. So having 2 of those, try and craft two perfect Soul Eaters, and you're set. You're good to go. And then her chest piece, I recommend. For this one, you decide whether you want a Shieldra or a Pangolin. That's your call. And then for leg piece, you guys need to get Nixa. Nixa is a must. Now, a few of you maybe new to the game will be thinking, oh wait, Nixa, I've never seen that one before. You have to spend money, right? No, you don't. All you have to do is grind out the factions, get to get to revert status and just grind out the tokens every week. Grind out for those 2 boxes. And it took me at least a month to get Nyx's Arrogance. I was grinding out faction quests every week. I was completing them up to the 80th task, and it's a grind, but it's definitely worth it, okay? So yeah. So that's it for non-spender guild, okay? Or for non-spender sets, building sets. Now let's talk about, if you drop some gold on the items, I highly recommend, again, I recommend Thalamus Booster until you get your dodge up, and then you want to make the switch over to the Devastation Helmet, okay? The Devastation Helmet is an amazing gear piece. It is an amazing jewelry, and I can see it being god tier on Rita. Once you dodge one of your enemy's attack, and you have this at a high enough level, oh my god, you're gonna hurt. Okay, and then for the weapons, I highly recommend 2 Apocalyptors, and the reason why I recommend 2 Apocalyptors is because of the attack it gives, right? The attack, given the attack, her second ability, her good abilities scales. I mean, they're both good abilities, but her Huntmaster, it scales off of the attack. Like, this is guaranteed hit. Like, this is a guaranteed hit if you dodge, and I'll showcase that in just a moment. But if you don't have 2 Apocalyptors, that's fine. I do recommend if you only have 1, I recommend an Apocalyptor combined with either a Soul Eater or Destruction. Destruction is great because the crit damage is just amazing. So let's just say, for example, in this case, Destruction. But I would actually consider putting a Soul Eater here, or I would also recommend a Skywalker. Skywalker is also amazing. So, and then chest piece. Obviously, this chest piece here will always be the best. It's called the Void. Excuse me. This one here, it gives 70% infantry dodge, or something like that, something insane. But I would also recommend just using Body of Phoenix, because it gives you dodge and it gives you a bit of both HP and defense. And then for leg piece, nothing tops Nyx's Arrogance, guys. Nothing tops Nyx's Arrogance. So now let's talk about jewels. So the 2 different jewel sets that I would recommend for Rita are Libra, Light of Libra, and Pisces Prayer. Let me talk about why that will be amazing. Okay, your high dodge on top of your high damage. It seems to me that Rita is one of those commanders that will punish you if you let her survive long enough. Okay, now let me explain that. Where's Light of Libra? So Light of Libra, you have the 4 set, okay? Check it out. 20% chance to trigger before next action. Until the activator's next action, counter all attacks which will hit and damage his normal attack damage 100%. So again, this is another source of punishing your opponent for dodging an attack, And a lot of you might be saying, well, what if a guaranteed hit commander comes around and just destroys me in 1 hit? That's where Pisces Prayer comes along, guys. Pisces Prayer, check this out. The 2 set gives you dodge, guys. Come on, like that's perfect. 2 set gives you more dodge. Now the 4 set, check it out. 20% chance to trigger before actions. Next received damage is decreased by 100%. So everything in this text is beautiful. Let's break it down. And why it benefits Rita so much. Trigger before actions, okay? If you notice the text in this, trigger before actions, but if you look at this, it says trigger chance to trigger before the action, before next action. It doesn't, Pisces does not say before the next action. Check it out. Before next action. But if you look at Pisces, it says before actions, plural. So before anyone's actions. So even your enemy's actions. So if your enemy, like let's say it's your enemy's turn to attack, you can trigger Pisces against on the same tile that's in front of the on the tile that is in front of your enemy's tile that's about to hit you. So you can negate the damage right off the bat. So next received damage is decreased by 100%. I mean, that's amazing. So in terms of the four piece effect, the 4-set effect, I think Pisces and Libra, Light of Libra, are the way to go for her. Now, in terms of the stats for the jewels themselves, I highly recommend for pants. I recommend dodge. Just dodge on. Just get 2 dodge jewels for Libra and for Pisces. For the chest piece, I think you can only get defense and HP jewels. I might be wrong, but let me know. This is one of the most interesting, or this is what I've always wondered, if you can get anything other than defense and HP on the chest piece. But let me know. I've only seen defense and HP, but it could exist. For your weapons, always look at. I mean, anything is good, guys, for weapons. Attack, crit, accuracy, any of those 3 are amazing. So consider those. And then for jewelry, again, you should always don't go HP and defense on jewelry, guys. Just go on the full offensive. Rita is a fully offensive. She's a offensive / defensive commander, but you want to utilize her offensive side a lot more than her defensive side. Like her defensive side from Pisces that she will get, and all her dodge, I think is enough. You need to punish. You need to significantly punish your enemy just for dodging their attack, and that should be great. So, yeah, guys, let me show a little bit of fights, just to showcase her abilities and how she'll match up against any commander in fights. I mean, of course, this is really not a good representation, but of course, with high enough leadership and high enough skill levels, she will do great. That's what I think. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think she's good? Do you think she's viable? Do you agree? Do you disagree with what I have to say about her when it comes to her gear, the jewel sets? What do you guys think about the jewel sets? So yeah, I mean, look, every time that I dodge an attack from them, they just get dealt damage, kind of like Darurai's Soulburn, or kind of like is it Nikojiro? No, not Nikojiro. What's that little guy? He has sneak attack. Maruko. It's like a burn. Like, check it out. He's gonna get hit. He's gonna miss, and then he gets dealt damage. And that damage that you see being dealt is based off my attack. So imagine high enough leadership, super high attack, and you dodge an attack. Oh baby, that thing scales at 1.5% per level. So, I mean, if you can get it up to, just say, level 40, at level 40, you're talking about at level 40. Jeez, why can't I? Interesting. But at level 40, guys, you can be doing 60% of your attack. And That's amazing. 60% of your attack, if you consider the research, you consider all the jewels, the stats you get from the jewels, your equipment, and just your survivability from your jewel sets, from the Pisces and Libra. I think that's a recipe for domination right there. But let me know what you guys think. Ooh, I couldn't beat it. Oh, victory. All right. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this kind of cleared up some questions about Rita and whether or not she's good. I think she's a great commander, okay? So our galactic campaign just started, so it's about to be I hope you guys are tuning in. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Peace.